Welcome back to the channel Future CS. I hope you're doing good. I know you have spent a lot of time, efforts and sacrifices in the last 6 to 7 months for completing your CA Inter classes. Lot of dedication has put into that, lot of sacrifices, lot of family functions, etc. Lot of movies you have missed out because of CA Inter classes. I know you have been very good student for the last 6 to 7 months. You have listened to the classes regularly, you have studied on a daily basis, you have studied on a weekly basis, you have written all the weekend exams, etc. All that is fine. But let's be honest with ourselves now. At this moment of time, at this right point of time, do you remember all the topics that have been taught to you 6 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago? Let's take incorporation chapter. Let's take the prospectus chapter. Do you remember everything at the tip of your tongue as you used to do when the classes were going on? Absolutely no, sir. We just remember the headings, we just remember the conceptual clarity, but we don't remember the exact wordings, the terminology which were learned in the classes. But is it something to worry about? No. We have enough time to tackle that. We have to make sure that we prepare a proper strategical plan to make sure that you tackle that problem of the memory part which you have lost for the last 6 to 7 months. So the 6 to 7 months, usually the phase 1 of your CA Inter where you are done with your classes is the easier part. I know you're shouting already. It was not easy for us, sir, but comparatively it was the easier part for you. And the next 3 months, the second phase is usually the study hours, where you will go through the process where whatever you have learned in the last 6 months, you'll have to come and make sure that you revise everything, prepare everything, and make sure that memory part is also created. This will be the tougher part of your CA Inter, the crucial part of your CA Inter. So let's tackle this 3 months also with the same amount of energy we have, same amount of enthusiasm we have. So a lot of students, what they do is they properly plan their classes, they properly understand the classes with proper logic and senses, but once the classes are done, they fail to strategize the efficient amount of time to be put in, the right amount of strategy to be put in for completing the syllabus properly. If at all you don't put efforts for the next 3 months, the whatever efforts you have put in for the last 6 months has no value for it. So let's get into this video. We'll understand how you should be efficiently strategizing yourself to make sure that you use the time very efficiently. And one more thing, the subject paper 2, corporate and other laws, is not a subject which you have to leave aside. This is one of the very important top subjects for you at the group 1 level, especially when it is being squeezed between two massive giant syllabuses, accounts and taxation. Accounts and taxation are very huge and very difficult to complete. When it compared with them, the massive syllabus of law looks a little tiny peeny. It is easier for you to complete law, but at the same point of time, we have to make sure that this becomes a scoring subject for you, especially for group 1 when aggregate comes into the place. So the schedule I have prepared here will be 6 plus 1, where you will be having a 6 days of schedule plus 1 day of revision plus exam in the evening of the 7th day. So how is this schedule prepared, sir? I'll give you a brief about it. I'll leave the document, this particular document, as a link in the description or the comment section. Go through that afterwards. I'll give you a little brief about this document. So what's happening here? The huge syllabus of law will be now divided into 6 different equal parts, so that you won't be bearing that huge burden on your shoulder on a single day, and you'll be completely lethargic on the other day. We'll have an equal distribution of your syllabus for the next 6 days, making sure that you have the linkage of topics. For example, to study LLP, you must be come prepared with the topic of incorporation, or to study the topic foreign company, you should be come prepared with accounts of company and the prospectus chapter. That's when your foreign company becomes a lot easier for you. So to make sure that the linking chain of the syllabuses continues in the same fashion, and at the same point of time, dividing the syllabus in such a manner that you have equal amount of burden on all the 6 days. And at the same point of time, I have highlighted few chapters for each of the day, one chapter for each day, which becomes very, very vital for you to complete it. Now, there will be students who are asking me, sir, why don't you give me a hardly schedule? I'll follow the exact hour. I know some of you are night owls, you study say 1, 2 in the morning, or there are some people who are early birds, they wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning. I don't think a hardly schedule will be flexible enough for you to follow it. Schedule should be always in such a manner that it is flexible enough for you to make changes, and at the same point of time, it is a little obligatory on your end to push you to put more efforts on the side. So I've given a day-wise schedule. End of the day, whatever you do, whatever time you spend, how much ever hours you study, make sure that you are done with 3 chapters for the day 1. FEMA, preliminary and charges. And understanding this, FEMA is that particular chapter which is mandatory and which comes for close to 10 to 14 marks of syllabus. So that will be your vital part of day 1. Once FEMA is done, now you can spend the remaining amount of time for the rest of the 2 chapters, which are little easier as compared to FEMA. And my suggestion for FEMA would be do writing practice. There are a lot of limits for you to remember under FEMA. Very huge and very complicated chapter for that matter. Make sure that you do a writing practice for all the limits you have to remember. That's your FEMA. And the second day, as you know, LLP topic is always linked with the incorporation topic. First complete the incorporation topic, then you move on to the LLP topic. So I've drafted the schedule in this manner that each day has one very important topic and coupled with some more other topics which you have to complete on the basis. So make sure that you do this on a regular basis and do a writing practice on daily. Especially this period of time, 2 to 3, right after the lunch. I know we are very sluggish at this point of time. So make sure that we'll efficiently use it. We'll do writing practice on a daily basis from 2 to 3 or 2 to 2:30. Pick a random question from the question bank. Start writing as if you're writing in the exam hall. Put in facts, provision, analysis, conclusion, everything, and make sure that you quantify the answer properly, present the answer properly. Trust me, do this for the next 6 days. It will definitely fetch you a huge amount of benefit on the 7th day when the exam starts. And to make sure that you have a little push from our side also, we'll come up with a daily exam. You'll have daily exam after the day has ended. You'll have exam. You'll be released with the exam paper at 5 and the exam will go till 5 to 5:30 at 15 to 25 marks of paper. On the subjective part, we'll have exam from 5 to 5:30 and at the same point of time at 8 to 8:30, somewhere between 8 to 8:30, we'll have some 7 to 10 MCQs on the day wise topic. I know this schedule is going to start from tomorrow. It's very on a very shorter notice. I hope you guys ratify this shorter notice. If at all you're my student, you have taken classes from my end, it's I think you will be communicated with this a lot earlier. But if you're a student who have taken classes somewhere else, make sure that you start the schedule tomorrow itself. Make sure that this video reaches, this document reaches all your friends and all your colleagues or all your seniors who are writing exam in the May attempt. So let's get a little more serious into the topic. I know you have been putting a lot of efforts, but trust me, these next 6 days will fetch you a lot of benefit for preparing the second grand test and the third grand test. And don't get stuck anywhere during the process. If at all you are stuck on a particular topic, a particular section, a particular chapter, leave it aside and make sure that your time is efficiently utilized. So that's all for this particular video, guys. I'll come up with a priority list, not the ABC analysis. I'll come up with a priority list in the next video. We'll see you on the next video. I hope you preparation strategy is clear for you. If you have any doubts regarding the preparation process, please do leave a comment on this video. I'll respond back as soon as possible. Thank you, guys.